Okay, here we are in game one of a thrilling adventure of all my little dudes against his not so many big dudes. And that's a straight everything to the bottom because I didn't get a holding. Lion are always in a better place because oftentimes they don't really need to get 2 gold on turn one. They just need 1 gold on turn one, and their guys are cheaper. That it's not supposed to be. Someone told me that design has said that lion guys are actually going to be costed like normal. Well, who else has a bunch of 2 gold cost personalities? The answer is nobody really.
You got Hiyamako and Spider.
You do, but you like so they've got a 2/4 sky for 2 gold and a 3/4 sky for 3 gold. I'm not seeing that anywhere else.
So we hit our 9 golden ones. So we're pretty happy about that. Double House of
Compared to my
Disgrace,
famous, ugh. Lose
which,
honor, man, lose
yeah, so we're gonna
honor.
lose a ton of honor, but that's what it's there for. So we lose a total of 6 to -5. Monk
Well,
Puncher is just a guy. We'll keep him. He
it's worth
doesn't.
noting this. Okay.
Okay, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say that that's really bad for us, but it could be worse. You could have played long-term fruition and then into Earth and got Nut Puncher for free, right? So like, I'm just, like, this is what we're hanging my hat on now. Is these nice small. Okay, we're gonna go. We hitting the famous. There's a very small chance that I flip a 1 gold cost holding there, which would be really pleasant. I did not. Is there any way to get a guy? Nope, nope. Stick with what we're doing. Bye, Micah. So we've sort of recovered because we have so many cheap dudes in our provinces. So we're gonna keep both cheap dudes and we're gonna keep the holding. So bad first turn with just a famous, but because of its cheap personality base, I'm somewhat maybe able to recover.
Okay, so I'm gonna resolve my Dark Audience first. And these are pretty straightforward. I'm always just gonna show him like Justice and Family Sword just for force. And he's always gonna give me the
Then we
Family
always give him
Sword.
the family sword.
Um, Pretty much that card always just gets you a Family Sword because Justice and Versatile are so much better than Family Sword. Or like I guess you could get a Justice by throwing away a Versatile, but I really like the Versatiles. I think they're an important part of the deck. Cycle my Watu. And this looks good. We're gonna buy a 9/4 Sky. I'll get the Bushi. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't need to lose any honor off of that, and we'll spend 2 more to get a lane, losing 1. And now Monk Puncher can go, I think.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, okay. That's certainly a thing that just happened.
And go ahead.
Okay, well, we're gonna get 2 guys in a holding, which is a perfectly fine turn for us. This is the pace upon which this deck plays out. Go to 10. And this is what happens when you play against this Mantis deck. They put you under the gun pretty fast. All you.
Flipperoo. So I got all the ogres. So
Ogre party.
first thing we're gonna do is use our House of Disgrace to give his Tayoko -2 personal honor,
Pass.
and do the same to his other guy. It seems like meaningless actions, but we probably, I mean, I know, but any line deck's gonna be playing Serenity now, so that sort of throws a monkey wrench in one of his best actions he can take against us.
It's true. It's totally true.
Throw down a Family Sword, and
I pass.
we're gonna attack the face up Sheikah.
So there was a slim chance that these 2 cards would end up coming in line. Uh, but he has developed and played around in such a way as they're not. So we have these 2 actions that we can take, and almost for sure that's what we're going to do. The just question is, who do we do? To make him discard a card at random. Maybe he'll have to discard. Yep. So Masato's going to defend. We're going to make a stand here. One of the reasons I'm making my stand here is because he's got plenty of gold left. He can still buy an Ogre Bushi. He's gonna have to, you know, lose a couple of points of honor and activate the Jade Mine, but almost for sure that's what he does. And if you don't slow or stop the charge at some point here, you're just going to lose. I do pretty well buying guys out from my provinces. I put a lot of guys on the board, but to be able to put a lot of guys on the board, I have to have multiple provinces from which to buy them. And the strength of this card will just get weaker and weaker as he draws more and more cards. This is probably my best chance. So Masato defends.
Okay, you got first.
For sure. I might have to put the other guy there too. I think it's tough. Yeah, let's put everybody up in the house. Both guys defend.
All right, you still got first.
So there's a couple of choices here. There's to play this card will dramatically weaken his best card, which is Weakness Exposed. And then I could play this to shut down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna play a ton of cards and try to win this battle. So I'm gonna start with a Wounded in Battle to drop your chi by 2.
All right, so that puts me to
He is not a duelist, so that will take off. Like, he can still play Weakness Exposed. It'll kill my guy, but it'll bow him, which is obviously fine for me. He would then have to have a straight effect.
So the question is just whether or not we're going to play this card. Like, it's really solid, but obviously it has a cost. And how... So I'm eventually going to have to play this card, and the action that it ends up providing us is going to depend on whether or not I want to play this card. I'm still up. I'm 9-4s to his 4. I'm not taking the province. Yeah. I think I'm just going to commit heavily to this battle. So I'm going to lose.
Which is what I've done.
And I'm going to Death on the Winds to go fish. And find a Weakness Exposed, which I will play on Misato.
So 3-3, so I strike. There's no chance I'm going to win.
So I bow.
Okay. He almost certainly has a straighten effect. So I thought I was going to play this card and sort of make an attempt. Sorry, I just got a thing here. Sorry, I apologize. I'll share it with the world. I just got a text recommending Straczynski's run on Thor back from like 2007, and it's like, dude, I've already read that. Like, why are you bothering with me? Don't you know I'm doing something important, like playing L5R while I should be working? Okay, so I was gonna play this card to try to shut down a Death on the Winds, but he has just, played his Death on the Winds. So now he has to straighten himself before he could play another one. I don't think he's playing me straight and take another action. It has a 2 focus value and an honor loss. So I guess I'll just go ahead and pass here.
Sure.
I mean, he's bow. Totally winning. Life is great.
So this plan, I've seen that this plan can get blown up by Send Home, but we're just doing it anyway. I'm going to weigh the crab, straighten my guy, and +2 force him.
Well, I don't know. I don't have a great Send Home effect, but I have this Crystal Tears, and you are both a personality with more than 4 force, and you are a Shadowlands card. So
yeah,
it will bow you.
So I bow. I have another way of the crab.
Well, now, so he's going to lose a lot to take this province, so it's not the worst. But it's pretty bad. We are left with 1 meaningful play, so we shall play it. I will play the false route and move each of us to, some other battle.
Sure. Okay, and we can't do anything about it because we're not there anymore.
So then some other battle shall be resolved.
Yep.
I,
And
of
kill your
course, will be
guy.
passing.
Yep.
Yep.
And I go home and die. So, we got pretty good there. He had the movement effect. So we're going to reload and try again. I
Yeah, so
lose
that's
2 honor here. And this one will not be
it's an
standing.
interesting trade for us. Not good, not bad, just sort of where we ended up. Let's see, 3, 6, 2. You can still only really get we can get 3 guys, which is probably what we will do. Though there's something to be said. We could be more gold efficient by the Swana Dojo. So he would need to have another attachment, which is entirely likely. Okay, so we're gonna go activate as an open my Suzaki,
Mm-hmm.
who's a really awesome card and a really great arsenal. Gonna make me a dude here, and then said dude will lobby for the favor. So that works out great because we can have relatively high confidence that the favor action will be good for next turn, as our false root was so good. I mean, he's going to get another look at a card off his box if he wants it, and then we'll drop down by Miura to 14, by Swana Dojo, refill. And now we're where we're at for production. We're feeling not good, but okay.
It stays bowed. Let's see what we flip. Alright, perfect. So this worked out really well for us.
So many Ogre Bushis.
3,
There's so many.
6, 10. So we're going to lose 2 honor and attach.
Uh-oh. So there's only one really powerful 10 gold cost unique card that he could be attaching.
The Egg of Panku.
This doesn't make sense. I don't think you've thought this through.
Okay. And then I'm going to egg
What's
your,
happening?
I'm going to egg your guy.
Uh-oh. Maybe he has thought this through.
And I
How
will
disastrous.
declare an attack on your personality.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch the sudden movement fireworks.
Yeah, I got sudden movement back to the front. So here's my guys.
Yep. Well, my guy. Mine.
Mine are there too. There were 2 guys, and I can buy some gold. Losing 1 more honor.
Oh, I thought I was being so clever, but instead I was losing the game.
Mira is still bowed as well.
Correct. Which means I will probably not be able to attack, because while my deck can take provinces pretty good, not so great with the... I do not have Ikamo and Nara, and now, of course, I have sort of laughable amounts of gold. So... 4, 3... I want to blow up the family library to get someone. A 4 gold cost guy would be fine, but a 5 gold cost guy is good too. Ichimuka is a force reduction versus mess with your hand guy. Always gimmicky. It's a random action. I think I will sit with the, for sure, or just normal good action. No gimmicks for me today. I like a good gimmick, but... Do I want to do favor cycle stuff? I do not. I want to buy my 3 guys. And away I go. I have a famous bazaar left. Which matters if I draw my 2 gold cost attachment.
Rack out. Okay, so here we are. We took a province, but it was a very expensive province. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do much of anything this turn. Just buy some guys. 3, 2, 7.
So, all you could do is, buy the Dark Naga experienced in gold. Man, your life is tough.
It is pretty tough.
Or maybe he'll go Ogre Bushi plus Manuku no Oni.
we have 18 gold total. We can actually go Ogre Bushi, Manuka no Oni gold.
Yeah, I know what you can do. Thanks.
But if we do that, we can't
Thanks for
buy.
rubbing it in, pal.
If I do that, I can't buy the Dark Naga because I'll go to neg 18. So to decide what gets me on the board better. So I'm at neg 18. How much of my deck can't I buy? The answer is a lot of it. There's like
Zoom
there's about
lose.
7 Mantis
Yeah.
personalities in the deck I can still buy, and I'm out of Ogre Bushis. So it puts me to on like 7 Dynasty cards.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot. And I think there's still a lot of L5R game left here. So what I'm going to do instead is just pay. I can make 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so I can use the Jade Mine, and that's it. And I'll lose 4 honor off of Naga plus Lane of Immorality to buy Naga, Pupuni Port, and hold the other 2. That's how we're going to play
So you
this game.
activated Jade Mine? Okay.
Yeah, I activate Jade Mine for 2. I just need 1 extra gold.
Okay. Now I just need to flip some Dishonor effects and an Exquisite Silk Works or 2, and I am on my way.
So lose 4. I'm going to flush the Manuki. I think it's just too much of an honor hit here. Like, what we really want to save those honor hits for is like Nitoshi, something like that. Like a real bomb.
Okay, so here's a guy, here's a guy, there's a guy. Keep some box up. Nice, no fuss, no muss. I pass open.
Just reduce 2 people's pH. How about Naval Guy and Tayoko?
Yeah, naval guy for sure, and yeah, I don't care about the other ones. Lots of 3 pH. But hitting mirror makes sense.
His
Reduces
thing's on his
his.
pH. I'll just hit him twice. I'll just put him to 0.
Just put him to 0. Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm just debating about favor cycle, but I'm not. I'm gonna just pass and then swing all my dudes. I don't even know. Is there a point to keeping one guy back? Naval guy has no value as a naval guy, but he could maybe have value there. So if I attack with 4, I'm still taking the province, and then I would have 4 defenders, so 4v2. I could keep Ichimoku back, and then try to have double Ichimoku usage. The question is, do I think he'll defend or not? And I don't really have an answer to that question. I don't think so. I don't think there's a lot he could have that would be deleterious to me here. And we've got some play if he does. So what would we do? We'd kill a guy. Probably just kill naval guy to get him off the board. 6-8. Yeah, so I'll keep Ichimoku back. These 4 guys will attack the Ogabushi province.
Sure. I don't think this is the time to get into a battle. I could cash this in. So, like, no matter what I do, I'm looking at sort of a tradey situation. Unless I try to go all in and try to win the battle, but I think that's a little optimistic. I'm 15 printed to his, 6?
8,
9, 10,
yeah.
11. But a couple battle actions later, he'll be fine. Specifically deliberations. So like he's attacking with all the stuff. I'll go like shoot a guy or like kill a guy. He'll go deliberate with my big guy, and then he can pass a lot. Plus he's got the box for. So I'm not defending.
Okay. Do you want to take any actions? Do anything?
No, just pass through.
And then here I am in my dynasty. Gaining 3 more honor up to 17. Can I honor out? I'd like to tell you yes, but I don't actually think it's a conceivable. I mean, I got a lot of 3PH guys. It is academically possible because I keep shuffling the one guy in and making more guys if the game goes infinitely long, but I think the game will be decided long before then.
Alright, so this is a nice little turn, a nice slower turn. I can get tagging in on some gold. So I can Kabune. I'm gonna draw a card off my box.
I am going to pass the phase.
And then 3 more gold to Game of Dice. And then my 2 chumpies go up the middle.
Okay, we can make an all-in defense here. We have so the one of the things I didn't talk about enough in my deck is sort of the saturation of the red cards and why those specific. I wanted cards that I could play, and this is certainly a hand that has playability to it. It's a hand that does things. Yeah, I don't think he's got a ton going on over there.
I forgot to reduce, you idiots. Just hit both of the each
Yeah,
of those. Yeah.
I assume both Ichimokus are reduced. That's fine. So this plus this, and this. Crime, boy. I don't know.
Did you ever notice that Ogre Bushi's is wearing armor?
Yes, even though he says he can't attach it. It's supposed to just be like clothing or something. I think he can wear like special ogre armor, but he can't.
Wasn't there was one like an elite ogre infantry that can attach to Ogre Bushi specifically?
Okay.
Very upper
So there's a
deck Star
couple of
Wars.
cards. There's a couple of cards that can just get us here, which is concerning. There's a couple of situations where he can just blow us out of the water. We don't have access to our very best trick. But we have access to a number of very good tricks. Still have the favorite. I mean, I feel like I definitely have quantity of action. I just don't know, because this is a big decision point, so I'm agonizing over it. In a game, I probably would have made up my mind by now, but I'm trying to sort of walk through the entire permutations and how much it could turn out to be just a complete and utter blowout if I defend. And I think that it's actually not. So I can go just Sheikah.
Okay. So you got first.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to see if I'll still be able to offer a good counterattack of 2 provinces. Assuming no straight on your end. Yeah, just Sheikah defends.
You got first.
Okay, so we're gonna do it this way. So the good news is I'm taking an unstoppable action. I'm using Serenity to make a ranged.
2.
No, that's not right. Hold on, I have to play this one first. I'm doing this unstoppable first. Okay, so I unstoppable to reduce the Dark Naga down to 7. Then I make a range 2, which is also unstoppable, and then I play 3 Unholy Strikes.
Well, I'm not going to claim that I saw that coming, because I didn't. But c'est la vie.
And the reason I had to secret things in that action in the sort of unstoppable way is I had to try to get around the Sun Returns, which actually you might still be able to play on my interrupts if you have it.
No, it just only gets a battle or an engage, actually.
Yeah, negate effects of a battle or engage. I actually just screwed up my screen.
You're completely fine on that. Okay, so do I think he can get me at all here? Not really. The question is just if I want to play. I think so. He's probably sort of shot his load. So the question is if I want to cash in this to try to get a little bit of value here. It's a little greedy. But what the hell, when you're down, you're down. We're gonna sudden movement to switch Sheikah with an Ichimoku.
Okay. I mean,
It's
we've still got
not,
a couple.
he's got the favor. That was a goof.
Do you want to back it up?
Yeah, yeah. I just have to take what I can get. Uh, so if I force a favor, then I'm straightened for his counterattack. Yeah, no, if he wants to favor us, he can favor us. We'll play the sudden movement.
Okay. So we're pretty sure he doesn't have any ways to generate force, or because we know the nature of these decks. They rely on weapons for that. So our province is saved either way. So we can speed bump here, sack a guy to bow him out. The reason you would do that instead of just go straight favor is because it allows us to swing for 2 provinces next turn, and it's easier to swing for 2 provinces against a lone Taganin than it is otherwise. The reason to not do it is because Cabian Ichimoku is sort of valuable. So would I rather be able to take a province? We're gonna go for 2 either way. He's gonna probably defend either way. I am gonna pass.
Alright, pass.
I guess I don't pass. I guess I can Ichimoku you, but that
Yeah,
doesn't
still
matter.
pass.
No, it does matter. It totally matters. I Ichimoku you
Okay, so I go to
because now you're
4.
4,
Tier
and then
3.
it's your action. Yep.
Pass.
I play a strength from the earth and make him have a breaking or whatever.
Which I do.
Okay. We thought he did, but things happen.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To buy, I invested targeted. Oh, wait, I need 9.
Yeah.
So I lose 1 honor for that. He gets 3 4s. And I'm going to keep the 2 gold up as conspicuously as possible. And go ahead, I draw 3 here.
Did you game of dice that turn?
I did.
A man forgets these things after such long battles.
Yep.
Well, this is a bunch of nonsense. And I don't have my family library anymore, so 4-2. But that's okay. Just to keep that, we'll just buy probably just guy with abundant. Keep as much gold up as humanly possible, for no particular purpose. 3, 5, 7, 8. That might have been enough. So I'm gonna pass through this phase.
So
You tire that stuff.
yeah, I had to think about. Yeah, I'm gonna pass too. This, I mean, I have some actions I
No.
can take, but I don't want to burn them.
You want to low? I mean, you can lower the pH as a freebie, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe
I'll
double.
lower. So double lower Mira is the only action.
Okay, we're gonna attack for 2. Outside, guy. His province range is only like 6, so that's enough. So probably keep Ichimoku like so. We'll probably just defend where there's less stuff. Here, there, anywhere. I kind of actually think I really think I like the simplicity of keep him back. Try to have 2 to 1. Make him work just ever so much harder. But I guess it's best to commit to make sure I get a vote. So we'll send these 4 at one and these 3 at the other.
Sure. So we've got him on deliberations, which means I get one good action before I die. It means two things. It means A, like we got to make him have it. So like, there's two arguments. Like I could play this to get a duel, and then try to like 3 to a 3, and then we both strike. I die. He loses his guy, and then he can't box up the force necessary to take the province. Maybe he doesn't have another bump, and we're good. So we save a province. The flip side of that is that if I have him on deliberations, he doesn't have it. Then I can blow him out with a come one and A, and B, if he does have it, he's got to pay all the gold to do it, which isn't for nothing. So I'm going to defend against the 4 guys here and try to go for the gold.
Okay. We'll do the unopposed first. Get it out the way.
I die.
Okay, and we will do that battle there next.
So I lose an honor to Death on the Winds to go get a come one at a time and duel Ichimoku.
There's an argument to be made for focusing here, specifically because I've got 1 or 2 discipline cards that might be relevant, and it forces him to focus. And so I think I will do that. I will focus.
I focus off the top.
I focus.
Me too. We're just going to 4 here.
Yeah, I'm just going all out. So there's 4. And there's no possible way I win, because I focused to 0 in my Kuan staff.
Good times.
And I focused to deliberation. So I lost some good cards. And I did not hit any of the cards I wanted to, so I feel like a chump.
Okay, and I didn't hit.
And he may hit focus effects. This may have been a huge mistake.
I didn't hit
He did
any.
not.
I was looking for my sudden movements, but I didn't hit the last one.
Okay, so we do not have deliberations, but our plan for come 1 was wounded in battle, and that's what we're going to do.
Okay, so go to 1 chi. Which, as they say, gets us pretty good. 2, 3. We're speed bumping right now. He's got to have one more something. He can go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which still is speed bumped. So I pass.
Yeah, I mean, you pass. I can use my box, but it doesn't actually get me there. I was hoping to hit an expense achievement in the focus pool, and I do not have one. And, I mean, I could play this card, but I don't want to because it's not enough. And so I just pass, kill your guy, gain some honor. So we traded a guy for a guy there, and since we have so many guys, that's a perfectly fine trade. And here is 7. This guy's proclaim, and the abundant will go ahead and buy the copper mine 2 for future gigantic
Yes.
card. And 3 provinces. And had that been a slightly different dynasty flip, I would have been very pleased with the turn. Only getting 1 guy is troublesome.
Alright, so I'm going to start with draw a card. And action to you.
So that's a really good card we drew. I'm just trying to see if the sense of it is to put it. It is. We will put down a Berenger Scout.
Okay. I'm going to attach a versatile blade to my guy.
Okay. I will go ahead and blow the Scout. We'll just use the Scout to represent it. I don't seem to have the token loaded.
Fine by me. I'll pass.
I too shall pass.
And Chumpy goes up the middle.
You sort of missequence. You didn't activate your tireless reduce my pH to get around my force reduction effect. I'll assume you meant to do that.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw that play first and felt so clever, and then I've consistently missed it after that. So yeah, double reduce mirror and then attack.
Wait, are you saying you saw it first, as in you indicated it before me? That doesn't sound right. I saw it.
I saw it for. I mean, as in the first time it was
I
relevant, I
saw it. I
saw
saw
it.
it.
Oh my lord.
Okay. So he's got a versatile blade, which isn't absent. So the question is, do I think he has an answer to the favor? He's seen a lot of cards, but he's burned two back to. He's got all three back to the fronts in the yard. So I'm not sure what he could have. So we're gonna go ahead and throw the Berenger Scout there.
Alright, your action.
Favor.
Yep. So I mean, there's like an outside possibility he forgets or something. Um,
Forces me to bow a guy to get it back. I mean, there is
yeah,
a
like
cost. Makes it hard for me to attack into him.
5, 6, 7.
What's Patrick's loss? It's a 3.
5, 6, 7. So I can't quite get them both. So we're just gonna get Hagen in here, I think. A little bigger. No, he's the same size. Well, I like Hagen more. He holds the justice better. And Patrick can go away looking for some big uniques here. Card and pass.
Okay, flip. There we go. That's some good mojo there. So 6, 10, 15 buys a bunch of guys. So I still can't get 4 guys, but 3 guys is a perfectly fine number of guys to get this turn. So there's a question here of, do I try to go wide or not? And I don't know if I have a good answer for that. First things first, we're going to take the favorite back. It's a perfectly fine action. It's worked out pretty well for us.
Yep, we're gonna reduce one of the mirrors. PH.
And I am now passing through.
So I'll hit the other one too. Just give them both 1.
Yep. Okay, so what's the worst that can happen if we attack? I don't think there's a lot of really bad. If I split and he has double come one, obviously with only the 1 card, I can't answer multiple come ones. So I think splitting would be sort of disastrous. So what should I keep back? He's cavalry, so he's not going to assign. Keep back a Chumpy to try to offer, make him work for it defensively. I think this assignment. No, I think just everybody goes. I can't see any good way to split, nor can I see any good way to keep anyone back. And there's just not that much value for any of these personalities defensively. So I will assign my horde of unbowed guys at this province.
Sure. So he's 17 on board plus box is 3 to 20 to our measly 11, 13. We have no defense.
Okay. So I didn't have to do my cavalry thing, so that's good. And I know that's probably my riskiest attack this game. Because if he's got, I've got just the 1 card, and it's a fine card, it's a playable card, it's a good card. But if he's got 3 good Fateside actions, I'm probably just dead there. But I'm not. I can't not attack. I win the game through attacking, and he can generate a lot of value from 2 provinces and find more cards. He has inevitability much higher than I do. So here is 15 gold.
Yeah.
This is gonna strain. So Ikuma, did I flush one? I did not. So they're both in my deck. So I found my 2 guys, and we've got him to 1 province, which is right where we want him to be. Now there's a situation where maybe we'll be able to sit for a turn or 2
Yeah, I
to
think I'm
get to a crush.
comfortable. I'm comfortable scooping here and moving on to game 2. I guess I can draw my top card before I do. Yeah, okay. So this is sort of, I can show you my hand. This is sort of what I was talking about what will happen with this deck. The one province I bought with egg was probably too expensive. 10 gold and 2 fate actions for a single province.
Oh yeah, so that's a bunch of yep.
Um,
It was a very clever play. I mean, it put you up on provinces. The argument for your inability to sort of go the next turn was
right, right.
questionable.
So
And how did you not see whatever the what's the force? I got to remember to learn all these card names here. How did you not see springing the ambush into Serenity with Trip or Unholy Strike? I mean, it's like you don't even know what you're doing over there,
that's
man.
true. So yeah, we got pretty good this game. I think my match in general is pretty solid, but there's got. So we'll try again in game two and see if it goes any better.
Yes, right.